Ism. While the world sleeps, a handful of people are already winning the day. The streets are quiet, the sky is still dark, and the air feels alive with potential. Most people wake up reluctantly, rolling out of bed to meet obligations, to respond to distractions, to start a day dictated by others. Billionaires, however, rise with intention. They wake not because they must, but because they choose to, because they understand that how they start their day determines everything that follows. This hour is sacred, a time when they can focus without interruption, when clarity becomes available, when they can step into their power before the world even opens its eyes. The first victory is small yet profound. They make their bed. It may seem trivial, but it is the first accomplishment of the day, a tiny act that reinforces discipline and signals to the mind that today is a day of action. From there, they move into stillness, meditation, and reflection. They control their breath, which allows them to control their mind. In the silence of early morning, they confront themselves honestly, eliminating mental clutter and sharpening focus. This is not merely spiritual practice, it is strategic. A clear mind leads to decisive action, and decisive action leads to extraordinary results. After mental clarity, they journal. But this is not about recording mundane thoughts. It is about designing the day, solving problems on paper, listing priorities, expressing gratitude, and aligning actions with vision. Gratitude is not an abstract exercise. It requires the brain to notice opportunities, to build optimism, and to generate motivation. While the world reacts to circumstances, billionaires shape circumstances to match their goals. They do not wait for inspiration, they create it through deliberate thought and intention. Next comes physical discipline. Exercise at M is not about vanity, it is about mastering the body to support the mind. Sweat transforms energy, resilience, and focus. Every push, every stride, every repetition is a statement. The day will not control me, I will control the day. After physical movement, they feed the mind through learning, reading books, studying biographies, exploring business and investment strategies. While others consume distractions, billionaires consume growth. Every morning, they plant seeds of knowledge that will compound into power, insight, and mastery over the course of a lifetime. Billionaires understand that consistency matters more than intensity. They live by identity, not fleeting motivation. They do not wake up early because they have to. They wake up early because that is who they have chosen to be. Identity precedes action. You don't become disciplined by trying to force a habit. You become disciplined by becoming the kind of person who does not negotiate with weakness or comfort. Every morning is a test. Will you obey excuses, or will you obey your higher self? Discipline is a choice, and the M-hour magnifies that choice. Comfort whispers, sleep more, wait until later. Greatness whispers, rise now. Build your life. You will feel pain, tension, and resistance when you push against the old version of yourself. But that pain is temporary. The pain of discipline is light compared to the weight of regret. Regret is heavy. Regret is permanent. Every morning you choose action over ease. You fortify your confidence, your self-respect, and your power to create outcomes that others only dream about. The formula many high achievers follow is simple yet profound. Minutes of movement, minutes of reflection, and minutes of growth. Physical exercise primes the body and mind. Meditation and journaling focus the mind and clarify goals. Learning expands knowledge and vision. These first minutes compound, producing momentum that carries them forward while the world is still waking up. Momentum is the invisible superpower that separates those who react from those who create. Most people manage time. Billionaires manage energy. Time is equal for everyone, but energy determines creativity, decision-making, emotional control, and execution. A fatigued mind makes poor decisions. A sharp mind takes decisive action. That is why morning routines are non-negotiable. They align energy with intention, creating a life of deliberate action rather than reactive existence. Solitude amplifies this effect. In the silence of early hours, billionaires confront their dreams, their fears, and their purpose without distraction. While others flee from stillness, they walk into it because breakthroughs are born in clarity and focus. Consistency transforms ordinary people into extraordinary performers. Waking up early alone is not the change, it is the commitment to self-mastery over months, years, and decades that creates transformation. The quiet work done in obscurity compounds into visible results. Confidence, discipline, and purpose are built one morning at a time, quietly, relentlessly, without fanfare. The world will not notice your effort, but it will notice your results. Your mornings are your leverage. While most wait for motivation, billionaires create it. They prioritize what matters, focus on high-impact actions, and reject distraction. Excuses do not live here. Comfort does not rule here. The small, daily choices, what to do when the alarm rings, how to spend the first hour, accumulate into a life of massive success or quiet mediocrity. Each day is a battlefield, and discipline is the weapon. Every morning you win, you edge closer to becoming the person you are capable of becoming. There will be moments of struggle. You will face resistance, doubt, and fatigue. The mind will beg for comfort. The body will plead for rest. But the billionaire mindset is clear. There is no reward for comfort, and no greatness without effort. You carry the weight of your potential each day. To ignore it is to betray yourself. The choice is always yours. Surrender to ease, or rise to your highest self. Imagine the life that unfolds when you commit to this practice. 6 months from now, your energy, focus, and confidence are unrecognizable. Your body is stronger, your mind sharper, your vision clearer. You are no longer reacting to life, you are designing it. Your habits become identity. Your identity becomes destiny. You stop waiting for opportunities, they find you. You stop hoping for motivation, it comes naturally. You stop wondering who you could be or becoming it. Tomorrow, when your alarm rings, the decision is simple. You can hit snooze, remain in comfort, and delay your potential. Where you can rise, embrace discipline, and take ownership of your life. That single choice defines the trajectory of your day, your month, and your life. Each morning is a test of your commitment, and each morning you choose greatness. You step closer to your vision. The secret is simple: wake up early. But more importantly, wake up to yourself. Face the silence. Take control of your energy. Master your mind. Strengthen your body. Expand your knowledge. Clarify your goals. Build momentum. When the world finally wakes, you are already steps ahead. Your life is no longer left to chance, it is designed. Your potential is no longer dormant, it is realized. The path to extraordinary success is built one morning at a time, and it begins now. The world is quiet. Your old life is sleeping. Your new life is waiting. You can stay where you are, or you can rise into who you were meant to be. Your dreams are not asking for permission, they are asking for discipline, commitment, and action. You do not become unstoppable by waking up early once. You become unstoppable by showing up every day, especially on the days when it feels impossible. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop waiting for someone else. Stop waiting for the future. Wake up. Take action. Build your life. When someone asks, "How did you change your life?" you will answer simply, "I changed my mornings." The world belongs to those who wake up for it. Greatness belongs to those who create it. And it begins now, with the choice you make when the alarm rings. Choose discipline. Choose momentum. Choose yourself. Rise before the world, and the world will rise to meet you. Most people will try waking up early once or twice. They set alarms, feel motivated for a day or two, and then fall back into old habits. Why? Because comfort is seductive. Comfort whispers, "Stay in bed. You deserve it." Comfort makes excuses feel justified. But billionaires do not negotiate with comfort. They do not debate with weakness. They win a conversation before it begins. Every morning is a test. Will you obey excuses or obey your higher self? Every morning you follow through on your promise to yourself. Your self-respect rises. Every morning you break it. Your confidence diminishes. The future belongs to those who master the invisible hours. Many high achievers follow a structure known as the formula. The first minutes are for movement exercise that primes the body, awakens energy, and sharpens focus. The next minutes are for reflection, meditation, journaling, and clearing mental clutter. The final minutes are for growth, reading, studying, and learning something new. These 60 minutes compound, producing momentum that carries the day forward while the world is still waking up. Momentum is invisible, but unstoppable. It separates those who react from those who create. While others consume distractions, billionaires consume growth, knowledge, and clarity. Time is equal for everyone, but energy is what determines performance. A fatigued mind makes poor decisions. A sharp mind takes decisive action. That is why morning routines are non-negotiable. They align energy with intention. Solitude amplifies this effect. In the silence of early hours, billionaires confront their dreams, fears, and purpose without distraction. Most people flee from stillness. Billionaires walk into it. because breakthroughs are born in clarity and focus. Consistency transforms ordinary people into extraordinary performers. Waking up early alone is not the transformation, it is the daily commitment to self-mastery over months and years. Quiet, relentless work in obscurity compounds into visible, unstoppable results. Your mornings are leverage. While most wait for motivation, billionaires create it. They prioritize what matters, focus on high-impact actions, and reject distraction. Excuses do not live here. Comfort does not rule here. Small, daily choices: what to do when the alarm rings, how to spend the first hour, accumulate into a life of massive success or quiet mediocrity. Each day is a battlefield, and discipline is the weapon. Every morning you win, you edge closer to the person you were meant to be. Resistance, doubt, and fatigue will appear. The mind will beg for comfort. The body will plead for rest. But the billionaire mindset is clear. There is no reward for comfort and no greatness without effort. Imagine the life that unfolds when you commit to this practice consistently. 6 months from now, your energy, focus, and confidence are unrecognizable. Your body is stronger, your mind sharper, your vision clearer. You are no longer reacting to life, you are designating it. Your habits become identity. Your identity becomes destiny. You stop waiting for opportunities, they find you. You stop hoping for motivation, it comes naturally. You stop wondering who you could be, you are becoming it. Every morning you rise before the world. You build momentum that cannot be bought or borrowed. You become the person capable of extraordinary achievements, not because of luck, not because of talent, but because of the invisible hours you honor. There will always be moments of struggle. You will face resistance, doubt, and fatigue. The mind will plead for comfort, the body will crave rest, and the world may not notice your efforts. But the billionaire mindset is relentless. There is no reward for comfort, and no greatness without effort. Discipline, repetition, and consistency are the invisible architects of remarkable success. Excuses are the chains that hold most people back. Every time you choose action over ease, you fortify your confidence, sharpen your focus, and move closer to the life you've imagined. Momentum compounds silently, and before long, the results become undeniable. The secret of billionaires is not that they are gifted. It is that they consistently show up when it matters most. They do what others avoid. They rise when others sleep. They act while others hesitate. Their mornings are sacred, protected, and purposeful. These invisible hours, often overlooked by the rest of the world, create the edge that sets them apart. They guard their mornings like gold because what you do in the quiet, unobserved hours determines the trajectory of your entire life. When the alarm rings, it is a test. What will you do? Will you surrender to comfort, or will you rise to greatness? Discipline is a choice, but it is also a habit that compounds into identity. The person who wakes up early every day becomes someone who cannot settle for less. They cultivate focus, clarity, and energy. They stop waiting for permission or motivation. They simply act. And action builds confidence, action builds momentum, and action builds results. Waking up at M is not just about getting out of bed, it is about waking up to yourself. Facing the silence, embracing responsibility, and taking control of your energy, your thoughts, and your destiny. Every morning you rise before the world is a declaration. I am committed to becoming the best version of myself. Your dreams are waiting. They do not ask for permission. They do not wait for the right moment. They are attracted to action, consistency, and courage. Every morning you choose discipline. You feed those dreams. Every morning you choose comfort. You starve them. The path to greatness is paved with invisible hours, early mornings, and unwavering commitment. Every successful person you admire has paid this price, the quiet, disciplined work while the world slept. The results you crave will not appear overnight, but they will arrive if you honor the hours that most waste in lethargy, distraction, and indecision. There comes a moment in every journey where you realize no one is coming to save you. Not friends, not family, not mentors. The only person who can change your life is the person staring back at you in the mirror. You either become the fighter your dreams demand, or you remain a spectator in your own life. The M hour is your battlefield, and discipline is your weapon. Comfort is your enemy. Every morning you choose to rise, to take action, to embrace discomfort. You step closer to the extraordinary life you were meant to live. The world runs on two types of people, those who wait and those who create. Most wait for the perfect moment, for motivation, for permission. Billionaires create momentum. They act before the world is awake. They build their vision while others are still sleeping. Their mornings are sacred. They guard them fiercely. They understand that time can be replaced, but the opportunity to shape your energy, mindset, and focus at the start of the day cannot. Your morning is leverage. How you spend the first hour defines the rest of your day and, ultimately, the rest of your life. You face a choice every morning, to surrender to comfort or rise to greatness. To hit snooze and defer your potential, or to embrace the invisible work that builds momentum, confidence, and power. Its uses are tempting. Regret is heavy. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the weight of regret lasts a lifetime. Each day you wake early, act with intention, and cultivate focus. You reinforce the identity of the person capable of achieving extraordinary things. Momentum compounds silently, transforming ordinary mornings into a life you could barely imagine. The secret to extraordinary success is simple: show up when others don't. Do the work in obscurity. Protect your mornings. Align your energy, mind, and body toward your goals. Wake up with intention, move with focus, think with clarity, and learn with purpose. The M routine is not about the alarm, it is about awakening to your potential. It is about deciding, consistently and relentlessly, that you will no longer settle for mediocrity. You choose the pain of discipline so you do not carry the weight of regret. SM. The world is quiet. Your old life is asleep. Your new life is waiting. Eyes. Take control of your energy, your focus, and your destiny. Build momentum before the world even opens its eyes. Your dreams will follow the courage you show in these invisible hours. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Stop waiting for life to hand you opportunity. Wake up and create it. Show up for yourself. Every morning is a declaration. I am committed to my potential. I am committed to my future. I am committed to becoming unstoppable. When the world asks, how did you change your life? Your answer will be simple. I changed my mornings. The world belongs to those who wake up for it. Greatness belongs to those who create it. And it begins now with the choice you make the next time your alarm rings. Choose discipline. Choose action. Choose yourself. Rise before the world, and the world will rise to meet you. The first hour of your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Every small action, every choice, every moment of focus compounds. Most people think success is built in grand gestures, launching businesses, striking deals, making money. But the truth is, success begins in the invisible hours. The hours nobody sees. The hours before sunrise. Those who consistently invest in themselves at the start of the day create an edge that cannot be matched. You don't need more talent. You don't need more luck. You need consistency, focus, and the courage to start before everyone else. Discipline is not a punishment. It is freedom. The more control you exert over your mornings, the less control the world has over you. Your energy, focus, and decisions are no longer dictated by distractions or obligations. They are dictated by your intention. Imagine what you could accomplish if, every day for the next days, you spent the first hour strengthening your mind, body, and spirit. Momentum builds silently, but once it begins, it accelerates everything in your life. The early morning becomes your secret weapon, and no one else can replicate it. The difference between ordinary people and billionaires is identity. Ordinary people chase habits. Billionaires embody them. Waking up early is not a habit, it is a declaration of who you are. You don't wake up at M to complete a task. You wake up at M because you are the kind of person who does not negotiate with excuses. Identity pulls your actions naturally. You no longer have to force yourself to act. You act automatically because it is who you are. When identity aligns with action, discipline becomes effortless, and your potential becomes inevitable. Every morning, you are confronted with the same two voices, comfort and greatness. Comfort tells you to stay in bed, to postpone your effort, to delay your life. Greatness whispers, rise, act, build your future. The person you become depends on which voice you listen to. The choices you make in those early hours echo across every aspect of your life. Each decision to rise, to focus, to take control, strengthens your confidence, sharpens your mind, and builds unstoppable momentum. Success is not luck, it is the sum of your consistent choices in these moments of quiet, unseen discipline. Reading, learning, and reflection are essential elements of the billionaire morning. While the world consumes distractions, billionaires consume knowledge. Every book read, every lesson learned, every insight applied compounds over time. Knowledge combined with action produces mastery. This is why high performers start their days with intention. They feed their minds before they feed the world. The information you consume determines the life you create. Feed your mind poorly, and you live passively. Feed your mind intentionally, and you live productively. Early mornings are your opportunity to set the trajectory for the day, the month, and the year. Exercise is not just physical. It is mental. Discipline in movement translates into discipline in life. Sweating in the early hours strengthens not just the body, but the mind. It builds resilience, confidence, and focus. The first sweat of the day is a statement: I will not be ruled by weakness. I will not wait for energy or motivation. I will create it. And when you combine physical readiness, mental clarity, and knowledge acquisition in the first hour of your day, you become unstoppable. This combination momentum, clarity, and growth is the invisible architecture of success. Solitude is a billionaire's secret weapon. In a world addicted to noise and distraction, they seek silence. Alone with their thoughts, they confront their fears, refine their vision, and plan their strategy. Solitude forces introspection, and introspection leads to breakthroughs. Most people fear being alone because it exposes their limitations. Billionaires embrace it because it reveals their potential. Every morning, in those quiet hours, you have the chance to face yourself fully, to decide who you will become, to build the life you deserve. The invisible hours are the canvas on which extraordinary lives are painted. The routine is more than just waking up early. It is a deliberate design of your energy, focus, and habits. It is a commitment to yourself. While the world sleeps, you are building momentum. While the world reacts, you are creating. While the world chases shortcuts, you are mastering fundamentals. These invisible hours create the leverage that separates the successful from the ordinary. Consistency, discipline, and focus compounded over months and years transform ordinary mornings into a life of extraordinary results. There will be mornings when resistance is strong. Your bed feels warmer. Your mind invents reasons to delay. Your body craves comfort. This is the battlefield of transformation. The choice you make in these moments defines your identity. Every day you overcome resistance. You reinforce who you are. Every day you yield to comfort. You reinforce who you are not. Billionaires do not negotiate with resistance, so they act anyway. They know that momentum is more powerful than willpower. Momentum comes from consistent action. Discipline is born from showing up even when it hurts. And the person you become is forged in these daily, unseen victories. The routine is not about being different, it is about being deliberate. Most people drift through life, letting circumstances dictate their choices. Billionaires dictate circumstances. They rise early to gain an edge over distraction. They act while the world sleeps. They invest in themselves when others waste time. These invisible hours are the secret to exponential growth, not just in wealth, but in confidence, health, relationships, and purpose. The world may not see the work, but it will feel the results. Tomorrow, your alarm will ring, and you will face a choice. You can hit snooze, remain in comfort, and defer your life. where you can rise, embrace discipline, and take ownership of your destiny. Each morning you choose to rise, you reinforce your identity, sharpen your focus, and build momentum that cannot be taken away. Success is not about luck or talent, it is about showing up consistently, especially when it is difficult. Your dreams demand effort. Your potential demands action. The world belongs to those who rise before it wakes. Greatness is reserved for those who honor the invisible hours. Wake up. Build your life. The person you are becoming is waiting for you in the quiet hours before the sun rises. Success is never accidental. It is engineered, moment by moment, morning by morning. The choices you make in the first hour dictate the outcomes of your day, your month, and your life. Most people allow distractions, lethargy, and external pressures to steal their mornings. Billionaires guard them fiercely. They know that momentum compounds silently, like interest in a bank account. Every decision to act, to focus, and to rise before the world builds invisible power. When the alarm rings, it is not just a sound, it is an invitation to greatness. Each morning, you are presented with a simple question: who will you become today? Discipline is the foundation of freedom. The more control you take over your mornings, the more control you take over your life. Energy, focus, and intention are yours to command. Every small victory over resistance, rising early, exercising, learning, planning reinforces your identity. You no longer wait for motivation or inspiration. They arrive naturally because you are building them daily. The habits you form in the quiet hours shape the outcomes that others spend decades chasing. While the world chases shortcuts, you master fundamentals. Consistency is the multiplier of success, and the early morning is the arena where it begins. Your mornings are not about trivial routiness, they are about leverage. Every hour you rise before the world, you gain a competitive advantage over those who sleep. You gain clarity when the world is noisy. You gain focus when the world is distracted. You gain momentum when the world hesitates. The person you become in these early hours carries that power into every decision, every interaction, and every opportunity. While others react to life, you create life. While others are asleep, you build your future. Each morning is a compounding investment, invisible now, but monumental in the results it produces. Discipline is your currency, and mornings are your bank. Resistance will never disappear. Every morning, your mind and body will beg for comfort. It will invent reasons to delay, to stay in bed, to ignore your potential. This is not weakness, it is nature testing your commitment. The person you become depends on how you respond. Every act of discipline, no matter how small, strengthens your confidence and sharpens your focus. Every act of comfort compounds into regret. The hour is a proving ground. It reveals who you are and who you are becoming. The choices you make here define the trajectory of your life. Choose action. Choose courage. Choose yourself. Your future does not wait for permission. It does not wait for perfect conditions. It arrives for those who prepare. The invisible hours before sunrise are where greatness is forged. Waking up early, taking control of your mind, body and energy, and committing to consistent action transforms ordinary people into unstoppable forces. Every morning is an opportunity to build momentum, clarity, and mastery. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for luck. Stop waiting for permission. Rise early. Act intentionally. Invest in yourself. Show up when the world sleeps, and your life will awaken to the extraordinary. Your mornings determine your destiny, and greatness begins now.